and I stand by my performance. You are in luck.
This should be very interesting.
I'm hoping so.
Oh well, God, don't set your heights up too high. This is Shaun Larkin. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
And this is the 129th episode of Brett's with Friends. Now, we don't know each other, but and you are friends, or you're the husband of a good long friendship that I had with Nat Larkin. You're her husband. We've never met.
No, not until earlier tonight. No.
So wait, why did you want to be on the podcast?
Well, I'm a contractor, so I work as a creative designer, and I was back in the UK before Christmas for a 3-month contract. So obviously, my poor wife's here with all the dogs doing.
Oh, you left her by herself on the
yeah. Of course.
Yeah. So when I did that thing with Nat, you weren't around.
No, I was in a different country.
That's why you didn't find out about it just till now.
Yeah, but just till now. It's been like 4 months. So I'm like, oh, she's like, oh, Shaun, I've done this podcast. And I'm like, really? And I was like, that's not like you. You're a bit, even though she's quite extrovert, as you know that.
Yeah.
She's like, right. But she's not really that extrovert. She's quite introvert. She doesn't like putting herself out there, which sounds daft, but trust me, I've been married to her for 14 years nearly.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So I was like, you've done a podcast. So I watched it. Now, again, she's like, oh, it's only on for about 20 minutes. I was like, no, it's definitely like more like 50. It's near enough an hour. No. And going through it, and she's talking all over it. Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Does it sound right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? You sound all right, mate. You sound good. I says, but I'm just really surprised. And because she's told me about you in the past, oh, Brett this, Brett that, LA this, LA that. And I was like, all right, okay. I said, you know what? I like his attitude. He said, he sounds like a really top bloke who likes to, ask, grasping questions. And do you know what? I'd love to have a chat with
you. Thank you those are all beautiful things to say. Thank you very much. By the end of the interview or chit chat, I'll say the same thing about you. I just don't know.
Hopefully, yeah.
I just don't know you yet.
So, you should have seen her. She was like a kid on Christmas Eve. She's like, I'm going to run upstairs and jump on the Mac and text Brett. And because I said
at first I thought somebody had when you get your account broken into. I thought she got hacked, and I was like, call him now. And I was like, wait, hold on, what's going on? Because I was like put paint in the car and stuff like that. I was like, and I almost was about to go. I text Nat back and go, have you been hacked? And then we got into the conversation.
Well, and that was it. But that was really interesting. She's like, because you like talking.
She's very demanding though, so it put me off. Like a. There was no black and white. She's like, no, call now. I was like, hold on, what's happening?
That doesn't sound like that, does it?
No.
In brackets, the English sarcasm.
She's a feisty one. That one. Is she there listening to this conversation right now? Is she watching you right now?
Yeah.
Did she go to bed?
Oh no, I've got the Superman eyes that are just burning into the side of your skull.
Oh, right now? Well, she can. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well,
she's right there. She's right there.
Okay, so this is very unusual. When this has happened a few times when somebody's come on the show where they have somebody watching you.
Yeah.
Doing it, so it adds another layer And we can bring her in anytime if you want, but
Oh, no.
this
She
is
said,
just
just as you started, she's like, no, Shaun, this is about you and him, not
oh,
about.
okay. As she stares at you from like this position,
And she is. She's
she
literally
like
right
the
in
she's like
front of
the
me.
she's like the my seahorse right here, looking at.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Worse than that, because your seahorse is pretty and doesn't have burning eyes.
Laser beams.
Armstrong's on the move.
Yeah, man.
So I digress. Like, so you saw the video and you liked she. So we're just caught up because we had a really quick conversation. So I just want to get up to speed myself. Like, you wanted to. I very rarely have somebody who wants to be on the podcast this bad. So when this happens, I gotta seize the chance and get the podcast. So
It was. It wasn't that the fact that you got Nat to do it. It was the fact that you've just got one of those voices where I want to talk. I want to engage conversation. I don't know whether it's the American twang or it's
Yeah.
just it's like you're built for asking questions, and it really intrigues
Gosh,
me.
man, this is
So,
great. This is the I
you
love.
know,
Thank you. I sometimes don't know how to take compliments.
well, no, that's fine. But I mean, you could say to me, "Hey, Shaun, what does a color red insinuate in your mind style?" And I'd be like, "Fucking hell, yeah, okay, wow." Now I'm intrigued. Now I need to answer, and I just really like how you approach conversation in certain ways, and I find that it's just intriguing, man. And
Thanks. Well,
as soon as I watched that podcast, I was like, I want one of those. I want my own.
well, here's your own podcast of Friends and Friends, and you can share it and whatever. The So let's go. I'd like to do sort of a past, present, and future because we don't know each other. We just met like 10 minutes ago. You're from. Where did you grow up? And
I grew
in a
up.
nutshell, and then
Okay,
led you into your. I mean, what kind of upbringing was that? I guess we'll just start like that.
okay. I was born and raised in inner city Manchester, in a place called Miles Platting, which is in Ancoats, which is the closest part of the city centre you can get. I'm told you, you'd have to jump in at some point, wouldn't you?
I thought
I'm gonna put. I'll just do like a picture of her every time she says something. I'll pop it up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just a picture of a massive dick or something.
that was not in the contract.
Okay, no cost.
So yeah, I sort of was born and raised there, and then we sort of moved all over the place around the northwest. Because my dad was I think you'd call it a janitor, but we call them caretakers. So he looked after blocks of flats, high rises. So we moved around a lot, and very frugal. My family didn't have a lot of money. We got by. We paid the bills. And it was just very sort of standard living. But I had a beautiful upbringing. My parents were amazing. They were loving, supportive, and and my mum and dad finally got their own house that they could mortgage, and have a family home properly that they could pay for, rather than renting.
What year was that?
Jesus, 1994,
Millions.
I think. I think it was 94.
Oh, wow, okay.
And it wasn't a lot of money back then. Now, when you think about it, it was about 32 grand. So, Jesus, you can't. I don't know what you can buy for 32, but you can buy a car for that now. Second hand.
So wait, is a dollar the English dollar? What do they call it? Bullions or what do they call them?
Pound. You have the English pound, and then you've got Bulgarian lev.
So what's the U.S. dollar? I don't want. It's actually I'm like, what's it doing now over there? But I actually want to go back to the past. But Like what's because it kind of like $32,000 then. What was that US?
Oh Jesus, back then.
These are the hard hitting questions you wanted me to ask you.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I'd say
Gonna get to the color red later.
it used to be kind of double, didn't it? I remember the pound. I first went to the US in 2001, and I think I was getting like $2 to the pound or 1.9 to the pound. It used to be quite high.
And
So
now
yeah,
what's
so $64,000.
it's like double. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause when I went over there and visited you guys or Nat, and I also visited my friend Tim in Amsterdam, and then I realized how close she was, and I was like, oh fuck it, I'll go over there because Tim was weird. Amsterdam's a great place, but yeah, anyways. Um but like the pound had just gotten really strong.
Ah, right, okay.
You remember that happened? Was it like 2010 or something like that, where the pound and the euro and the thing happened where it got really.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Because I
US
think the
dollars.
euro came out in, was it 97, 98?
See, I went over there past that. There was something that happened with the euro. The euro got doubled, it like became really powerful.
Yeah.
So that's I don't know. That's a weird conversation. Maybe people aren't interested in stuff like that.
No, no, not at all. No, not at all.
2004.
Huh?
2004. Don't talk.
2004. Holy shit! Was it 2004? That sounds
I
about
don't think so.
sounds about right, actually.
Listen, when it comes to my wife and numbers, like, do you know what? Her English is amazing.
Hey, when it comes to working,
Her
or whatever,
languages are.
English,
She speaks German. She speaks Japanese, but she can't count for shit.
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
it was 2004, right?
people have the skills. Just stick to that skill set.
so your parents bought a house in 1994 for 32,000, and you were what age at this point?
I would have been 13, 14. Oh, yeah, maybe a little older, actually. Maybe I've got it wrong. Maybe it was 95 they bought it. But I was in my last couple of years at school, high school. Then yeah, it was just like, wow, right, okay. Go to college, go get an education. I wasn't academic.
Yeah.
I was great at English. I was good at maths. Sciences weren't my thing. But I was just really creative. So I went into design. So I went on a 2-year course for visual communications. So it was all about communicating ideas to other people. So branding, advertising. How do you make someone buy shit that they don't need?
Yeah.
That was the day I sold my soul to the devil. That was it. Because that's what you do. You know, like what you've got behind you, the seahorse and the other thing that I can't really see what it is. You're creating art for yourself or just out of enjoyment.
Yeah,
What
you gotta. I mean, it's the business. There's that when you're young and you're doing it, it seems like it's a free form. That's why kids are so expressive and everything like that. But you kind of slowly try to figure out how people keep on pressuring you to how to figure out how to monetize it. And then when you do monetize it, there's that thing to like the business part is. I mean, I sold my first painting was like 13 years old, and I still
Yeah.
don't know what I'm doing. But I when it comes to selling because I've undersold my artwork for so long. But then you feel like that resentment. Anyways, it's a weird thing because there's a commercial route to do where you feel like you sold your soul to the devil, but
Yeah.
it's like people that work for Disney and stuff like that. All those guys that yeah, all those guys and they're making such shit corporate. They're not doing things of individual taste and matter. It's but
Yeah.
the thing it's a whole. I'll wrap it. But the whole point of that is to keep the you want to keep that child alive that and create like a child like that with the freedom you had as a child, but making money as an adult becomes more of that. It becomes a really some people did the art to paint. I've heard so many fucking stories like somebody got into art just to make money, and I was like, really?
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I did paintings and I didn't sell any, so I stopped painting. I was like, well, I mean, I guess she thought it was a quick buck, which was hilarious.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Because you get into it for the love. And like you said, when you monetize it and you say, right, okay, we're going to put X amount on what you're able to achieve or do, you're like, oh, fucking hell, that's all right. I can buy an house, I can buy a car.
Yeah.
But it doesn't give you sort of the gratification, you know what I mean? That you want or you deserve. You know, you create your own artwork for you. And if someone likes it, that's great. Art is subjective. And that's the best part.
Well, I try to do a balance of both. I mean, I have a lot of different styles, but like I try to, I got the buffaloes I do that are more commercial or the closest thing to selling out of, which is a brand. But it's like I like doing that in various forms. It's just you make art interesting for yourself as well. But like it's experiments but there are some things what you're gonna paint. Like the seahorses are fun to paint. Actually, my but there's you try to make stuff that's cool and commercial, but also go bananas. There's a sort of at the same time. So you want
I get it. It's that thing though, isn't it, between like commission and personal, So you have that thing with the seahorses there, and that rocks. It's cool. But if someone commissions you to do a watercolor based on, Venice Beach, then you've got to do a watercolor by Venice Beach. And it's like,
yeah.
it's that pressure. It's that.
Well, I like commission paintings because then you get the feedback. I don't know, they're fun. They can be fun, but there's some that are horror shows. But
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, I'm glad I'm making paintings for myself and not working for a corporation.
Absolutely.
Doing stupid shit.
Well, there's no other point in doing it.
I'm gonna do stupid shit. If I'm gonna do stupid shit, it's gonna be my stupid shit.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, nothing stronger put. That's it. Absolutely. If you're gonna fuck around on your time.
Yeah. I mean, I worked at Digital Domain when I first moved to Venice, which is a special effects house. They used to,
Okay.
James Cameron's old special effects house. It used to be Corman's old studio. It's like, anyways,
Right.
the back in the day, they when I it was my I moved from Bay Area to there. They had me, one of the things I filled out was like, because I was working stage stuff, but like, and I was writing Return to Center film, and they said something on the contract saying that as while you work here and you're under a contract, or while you work here, anything that you think of is our idea.
Dirty bastards.
I was like,
Yeah.
so like if I write something and I copyright it, and as the time is like, it works that I'm working here and I'm writing that, it's like,
you are mine.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're going to come after me for that. But anyway, I don't. But it's hard working for stuff.
But it's like that thing as well. I mean, I had a business many years ago, and when I sold my business, I had to sign a fucking contract that said I couldn't set up another business doing the same thing within 10 miles for the next 5 years.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, hang on a minute. So then, what the fuck am I going to do? Become a bricklayer?
Yeah.
Are you on fucking drugs? It's like, yeah, come on, let's calm down. I'm a designer, but I was always quite experimental. So I was into a lot of motion graphics and music videos and things like that. And they wanted to get more, shall we say, formal, so more business to business. So selling stuff, e-commerce, all that crap. I don't want anything to do with that. What I want is rock and roll. I want big flashing lights. I want music banging out everywhere. So it wasn't even the same genre of even art and design.
Mm.
And but fucking hell, the muters they put on and the solicitors that I've got down your throat. It's like, fucking hell, man. Don't need that.
Yeah. It's tough though. You see people that do that corporate route, and I mean, I
Oh.
see them. It's just like, whoa, they're. I mean, it's a whole nother world.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I can understand why people do it. That's fine. It's, good wage and this and that, but it's not for me. I've never been a yes man, never been a corporate man.
Yeah.
I mean, saying that, I kind of lie a bit because I was a lecturer for about 10 years.
An electric.
Yeah. So after I sold my company when I was 22, I think I was 22, 23, I had a real sort of like bad spell in my life. I've been fucked by two breach of contracts, and he almost bankrupted the company. I think I left with about 10 grand or something. It was a pittance to what the actual company was originally worth, and I just wanted out of design. And my partner at the time, she says, "I've just seen an advert in the paper, uh, and they're looking for designers to become teachers or lecturers at higher education." So I'm fucking all right, I'll have a look into it. Well, anyway, just got into it, and what was funny was the place where I went to get the degree. My old teacher from college when I started in 96, 97, he was a director of the art department. So he was like, fucking, all right, come back in, there you go. And you sort of teach on the job. So it's like in service training. So what would normally take a year for your qualification took me 2 years. But in between that 2 years, you're actually in the classroom doing the work with the students.
Yeah.
Fucking best thing ever, man.
Yeah.
Best thing ever.
And is that what you're doing right now?
I'm sort of in between. Like I said, I do eventually want to set up my own design school over in Eastern Europe. I think there's a mass market for it, and it hasn't been done before. So I want to make that bridging gap between that sort of high school and university level. So
Like a trade school.
sort of, yeah. So I want to do that, but as you know, my wife hasn't got much confidence in that. But I think I can make it work. But I've got everything built. I've got everything designed. I know how the plan can work. But I'm doing a lot of teaching online, so English. Now, my specialism is more like pronunciation and, you know, confidence, the air to speak, really portray yourself properly. I don't really function on the elements of grammar or punctuation. I'll leave that to the specialists.
Yeah.
Mine is about making sure that you can deliver with confidence. And I don't say anything more than that. I tell it like it is. I'm by standard, I'm not an English teacher, but it's my native language, and I can teach you how to deliver something. And yeah, so I do that a bit part time, but most of the other times I'm designing apps for iPhone and Android.
Oh wow, that's a trip. Is that like a freelancer work, or do you per job
Yeah,
for the?
I just freelance for companies, and uh, again, I've been in the industry for 20 odd years now,
Oh,
so I usually get headhunted, so I don't have to apply for jobs, which in a way is a good thing, but in a way is a bad thing because you don't know you've got like a stable wage every month.
oh, I know about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so for 3 months I can earn a year's worth of money, but then I might not have any work for another 8 months.
Oh yeah.
It's just one of those things. But
I knew of a real estate guy that got paid once a year. That's how he worked. He got paid once a year, but it was like a lump sum. But
Commission based.
no, like I don't know how they pay it, how that works. But like he owned him and his partner owned a few buildings in Venice in the 70s. So I don't know how that works with, but I guess he gets paid like a lump sum and has to spread it out through. That's like that's kind of not a bad way to go. I would think.
Well, no, if you know you're getting that,
Yeah.
then at least if you can manage that and
But
divide
that
it
means
by
you'll
the
definitely have to be there next year to work.
Well, yeah.
Tie you in. It's like, yeah, you're about out of money. Come on, you can't quit.
Oh, it's horrible. I mean, obviously you'll know when COVID arrived and all that bollocks, and my industry just crashed, completely fucked. No work, companies are collapsing left, right, and centre.
Did you get did you get the money?
No, did I fuck? No, because
You guys didn't get any money from the government?
no, nothing.
Nothing was
Because
offered?
no, well, no, because I'm English, but I live in Bulgaria. So in the UK, as a British citizen, you got a furlough scheme. So you got paid an entitlement every month to sort of help with the bills,
Yeah.
which is fine. In Bulgaria, I'm a Bulgarian resident, not citizen. So I'm all legal, but the British won't help me out, and neither will the Bulgarians. So we was proper fucked. So you're dipping into your savings, what's there for like renovating the house or doing this, doing that. And it gets to the point where you're like, fuck, what are we gonna do? It's this is bad. This is bad. And I'm a keyboard jockey, I sit there on a laptop all day, 3 screens behind me, or in front of me rather, and I'm designing shit. That's my job.
Yeah.
Kind of a privileged job. I don't care. But I ended up on a fucking building site, covered in shit for 8 hours a day. Why? Because I had to. Necessity.
Yeah.
I've got a wife at home that needs feeding. I've got 6 fucking dogs to feed. So you take your pride and you take your morality out of the equation, and you're like, I'm gonna have to take one for the team. And don't get me wrong, I can put a shift in, manual labour, but that's just not my job of choice. That's not my career.
Yeah.
But I had to do it, and it was I actually kind of liked it. It was nice. It was like, shit, you've got to, you got to get your hands dirty when the shit hits the fan and do the right thing.
You're not like pussying out and like
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, you got to do that. Like when I was doing, I still like I do Grubhub, which is a delivery thing over here, and it sucks. But it's a band-aid, not a cure. But it's like I was like, what am I doing? I'm trying like I'm way too talented for this shit. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, this is what's happening. And then you have to remind yourself that everything is temporary. Everything's temporary. Even this will pass this time. So you kind of, I don't know, you do. And there's also worse jobs like that I could be doing to supplement my income between the painting sales. But, I just got a what did she say? She just texted me something. Should I read it?
Go on, yeah. Is this my wife trolling me from upstairs?
She's I've ignored the last 3 that she sent. So let me just read it. 9 minutes ago, she said, "I know I can hear you." 8 minutes ago, "Is everything okay?" Now cut. It's short. What do you think?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
No,
Honestly,
no. Is she trolling you?
yeah. Oh, she's terrible, man. I mean, anybody out there who's listening, you know when you've got a wife, it's like having a fucking puppy dog. And you can't even go for a shit without her knocking on the door. Do you need toilet roll? Are you all right? Fucking leave me alone. Stop getting involved in what I'm fucking doing, mate.
You guys, how did you guys meet? You and Nat?
Oh, well, fucking hell, there's a story. Right, okay. Many, many years ago, I was about 18 years old. Now, remember, Nat's older than me by 3 years, I think. And I worked in a rock and roll bar, and I was just me. I was in a band. I was,
Where's this at? Manchester?
It was in Oldham, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's back.
Right, language off. So anyway, I'm in this band.
That's where I kicked it. I lit Oldham on fire, man. We kicked the shit out of that place.
Do you know what? You should have caused more fire and just burned it to the fucking ground, mate. But so yeah, I'm working in this bar. I meet Nat for the first time. She meets me, and I'm proper rock and roll, arrogance and everything. Yeah. And straight away, there was a complete dislike. Nat was exactly the opposite of me. She fucking hated me. Despised the ground I walked on. So, give it a bit of time. And then, Jesus, she went travelling. I did my own thing, set up a company, did this. Then I ended up getting into the teaching game. And my gaffer at the time, my boss, he said, Shaun, there's a training day next door at the high school. So I goes into the school.
Hang on.
No one invited you into the conversation. So gets into this fucking school, and this fucking crazy yoga gingerbird, he sat there. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? She's like, I'm a teacher here. She's like, what the fuck are you doing here? I was like, I'm a lecturer next door at the college. Oh, well, fucking hell. So two people that really dislike each other sat next to each other on this training day.
Oh, you guys sat next to each other. You guys were both in the same place.
Yeah. So I ended up teaching her a bit of 3D artwork, and she creates a great project. And
being nice.
So because every year, at the end of the year, you have like a show for the students that are graduating, and you show all their artwork. So I said to her, here's my phone number. I said, give me a shout if you want tickets or whatever. So anyway, time goes on. Didn't get a message. I weren't bothered. I was with a girl at the time. I was with my previous partner. And so I think it was a year later. I got this. I was going through my phone and I went, right, I'll go for everyone that I think might won't be interested in this year's cohort. So I sent a message to Nat, not even thinking anything of it. And I says, it's a U+1, so thinking that she'd have a boyfriend or something. And she put, oh no, I've not got a boyfriend. Now I just recently been fucking dumped by my missus. And I'm like, ooh, okay, dokie. And she came to the show. And I was like, okay, right, great. And Nat just looks like Nat. She can wear a bin bag and just look fucking mega. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he turns up and I'm like, all right, no problem. Trying to play it cool. And yeah, we went out for some drinks that same night. And as they say, the rest is history.
Wow. And that was 14 years ago?
No, it was a lot longer than that. Oh, geez, I'd say 16, 17 years ago.
Wow.
Statement on that or not?
No, my interview, baby.
Okay.
We could do another podcast with Nat. But we'll watch.
Oh, a joint one where we're just arguing all the time.
Oh no, we'll do this. We'll do Nat can come on the podcast and we'll watch this podcast and she can critique it.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Yeah. It's like, no, we didn't happen like that at all. He's talking bollocks.
Pause. This is the way it fucking happened.
Yeah.
Wait, ready?
What'd she say?
Oh, she's just chirping in. Don't listen.
That's like I will put bird sounds on. every time it comes up.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to edit this. It's like,
I do that. We'll do some birds walking by or fluttering through there.
oh yeah, you're gonna have to. Yeah.
So with what growing up in those climates, do you like you're all used to being in cold weather?
Yeah, and rain, and lots of rain.
Do you don't ever get seasonal depression disorder or anything like that?
Oh, what's it called now? Is it called SAD?
SAD.
Seasonal affective disorder?
Or something like that? Seasonal depression
Yeah.
disorder?
Do you know what? No, I think because it sounds harsh, but people from the north of England were just used to it. And when these fucking mega winds or loads of rain, it's just like, just put your jacket on, get out, go to the pub, do whatever. The southerners, like in London, they're soft as shit. So they'll be like, oh my God, I'm not leaving the house for 4 months. Shut up. Fucking grow up. Get out. But oh, yeah, the whinge asses, that's what we'd call them. You know, babies. Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then we're just used to it. So it's just fucking normal. When it rains, man, and it pours. You know.
So wait, like in Bulgaria, is that similar weather to London or Manchester?
Is it? Oh, no, it's miles better. It's we
Better?
get 9 months. Yeah, oh yeah, we get about 9 months a year sunshine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's really good. The climate's great over here.
Did do you know what SCTV is? Second City Television back in it's Canadian television, like in the 80s. Second City Television. There was a SCT. It's like Martin Short, John Candy, Eugene Levy. All these people were on there. Andrea Martin, Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
All these epic comics, and they did this thing, as called Pippi Longsocks.
Right. Okay.
And it's and John Candy played Pippi Longstockings, and it was said this is a Pippi Longsocks. It's a Bulgarian children's tale. And they're like, maybe I'll try to capture it and see if I can put it on the video, edit it in, because it's a classic video and it takes place in Bulgaria. So all my life I've thought of Bulgaria as like kids jumping over weeds for fun.
And now, a special after-school presentation of the classic Bulgarian children's film, Pippi Longsocks.
Been awaiting the end of school, and now it is here.
Summer at last.
2 months of fun and relaxation. No more pencils, no more books, no more angry looks from the schoolmaster.
Hey, where's Peppy?
He was detained, fortunately. When the bell rang, he became so excited, he jumped up and cracked the plaster on the ceiling.
Oh, stupid Peppy. He is so unusual. He is always getting into trouble with his mischievous behavior. We best leave him here. We are wasting valuable vacation time.
Yusuf is right. We should be playing.
Hey, let's play Jump the Weeds.
Oh, that is a good vacation game. We can use the field behind my father's farmhouse.
Oh.
Let's go. We can have fun without Pippi Longsocks.
Yes.
Wait for me.
Oh, boy.
Hard work.
Hey, where is everyone? Huh? Oh!
Oh! What the hell?
Oh, my head.
Oh. Dinner time. La, 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 la. Oh, ow, potatoes are hot, baby. They're hot. Eat, Peppy. I tell you, your mother used to say, put hair on your upper lip.
I am not hungry, Father.
It saddens me when you are not happy, Peppy. Here, look. Peppy, I'm a potato. Look at that, I'm a potato. Don't you get it? It's a joke.
Yes, Father. It is very funny.
When I was a young boy in Smelsk, I would laugh and laugh when I heard the potato joke.
I do not feel like laughing, Father. Not even at the potato joke.
Peppy, you are very sad because your friends think that, well, you're unusual.
They do not even ask me to play Jump the Weeds. I should crush their heads like nuts. Like nuts, I tell you.
Peppy, do you remember the day of the great potato harvest? The sun was shining. It was a beautiful day. We were laughing and laughing,
Yes.
laughing and laughing, and then you... Well, then you jumped on the family ox and broke its legs in half.
Yes, Father. That was the day Mother spanked me.
Do you remember what you did?
Yes, Father. I tossed her out the window into the woodpile.
Well, let me tell you something, Peppy. You possess superpowers and super strength. You must not allow yourself to get angry. Remember, you had 10 classmates last year, and now you have but 5.
You are right, Father. I guess I am unusual. I'll go look for my friends. I'll have much fun playing Jump the Weeds. A potato.
Eat that potato. Eat it, Peppy. It's good for you.
Help me, you will never jump that weed. That one there, look. Your foot will surely touch it.
Oh, you jumped it, Simchak.
You are but a girl. Everyone knows that girls can't jump the weeds like boys can.
Come on, Helma. Show you that the girls surely are as good as boys. Oh, let's go.
Look there, you touched it. Look, you brushed the weed with your sandal. The proof is rightfully in the potato now.
Maybe so, but at least we are having fun on our summer vacation.
That is true. That really is, especially without Peppy Longsocks.
Come, let us jump that weed over there.
Oh, wait up for me. Wait up.
Hey, Simchak, Olga. Hello, Dmitri. Hey there, Helpman Yosef.
Oh, no, it is Peppy Longsocks. Say, look at his large frame, I tell you. Oh, indeed, and his broad girth.
He's surely unusual.
Hi, I brought you some leaves because you are my friends, and I'm eager to play Jump the Weeds with
We
you.
would rather play Jump the Weeds with a pair of oxen.
That is funny, although less humorous than the potato joke.
Go away, Peppy Longsocks.
We don't want to play with you, we tell you. We would frown on it. Yeah, summer vacation is almost over.
And you're unusual.
You are trying to make me angry, but it will not work because you are my friends, and I don't want to hurl you through the air like a hammer throw.
Go away, Peppy.
Yes, you look funny. You've got all these things there. You look really funny.
You have spots on your face. Yeah, resembling a leopard.
With measles. Peppy's got measles. Peppy's got
Now I have no one to anger me, except my father. But he makes good potatoes, and I'm hungry a lot of the time. So I will have fun playing Jump the Weeds by myself. Now, there's a weed. Over I go. I will jump it again. Here I go. Oh, a very good jump. Here goes another one. 1, 2, 3, here I go. 4, 5, over. Oh, now I'm having fun on my summer vacation.
Or like,
Right.
Playing in haystacks and stuff like that.
Well, that wouldn't shock me, but I thought Pippi Longstockings was more German.
Maybe it's a comedy show, so they probably just took the premise and put it in Bulgaria for some reason.
But why not? Why not?
It's one of the fucking. Hopefully, we just watched it, and because I'll edit it in. It's one of the fucking funniest things you'll ever see. It's all shot out of sync.
Yeah.
So when they're talking, it's like an obscure. Anyways, it's really good. Anyways, so what do you guys do for what's life like for you and Nat there when the weather is nice? And what are you guys doing? Are you guys traveling around out there? I mean, when you're not away working, or
No.
what are you looking forward to this summer coming up, or anything planned?
Well, not really anything planned because when you live in a place like this, when you've come from somewhere like Manchester, it's like you don't really need a holiday, because in the UK it's like you have 2 weeks a year, and you go away for 2 weeks to catch the sun, drink beer in the morning, and relax. But when you live in a place that does that anyway, it's holiday time all year round, pretty much.
Yeah.
So-
and do you is England okay right now?
Is it? Fuck. England, I think, is the most screwed it's been since before the First World War. It's proper fucked.
How can you give us a couple of reasons why?
Oh, the government haven't got a fucking clue. I mean, don't get me wrong. Every government in every country is probably corrupt and bent as anything. But at least, like in Bulgaria, I reckon it's bent here, like anything, corrupt. But they almost have sort of the balls to go on television and tell you and say, "Hang on, whoa, who are you questioning? I'm the gaffer. We are bent, and we're taking your money. Just shut up and let us get on with it." Whereas in the UK, they'll just wear nice suit and ties and say, I can't recall that.
Yeah.
So you can't recall taking £10 million off a donor who's a racist. I for the life of me, sir, I can't remember. And it's like, fuck off, you lying bunch of bastards. It's horrible. And it's the barefaced lies that I think that's one of the reasons I moved. I can't stick racism, I can't stick homophobia, I can't stick all that bullshit. And when they try to lament that on you, you're the bad guy. Just fuck off. No. And in the UK now, it's a shitstorm. Everything is so bad. Everything.
Why is food bad in London?
Why is the food bad
in England?
Oh, fuck it. Where do you want to start?
Give us a 3. There's a large brush strokes, because I went over there when I was over there. I was like really pining for something really good to eat. And I couldn't really anything, because I like burger with mayonnaise and pickle and ketchup and mustard. And then every time I ate like a food that was like a cream or cheese or something or mayonnaise based, it tasted like strange. I did have really good. I had really good Indian food over there though. In Oldham though, they give you in Oldham they had that gyro place that had a heat. You get one and it's like a local.
Yeah. Now the thing is I think that's the problem, because obviously I was saying to you earlier that I teach online. I teach lots of Turkish people, lots of Iranians. I teach a lot of, especially Middle East, if you will, and you listen to them talk about their culture and their foods, and they have a heritage. The French have their cuisine. Italian, if you just say the word pasta, everyone says, right, it's Italy, innit? It's got to be.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere like England or Britain doesn't have almost an identity. We just think of, when it comes to food, it's fish and chips. It's got to be, hasn't it? That's what we're famous for.
Bangers and mash and stuff like that. And what are those
bangers
things?
and mash, yeah, a stew. But a stew is done in every other country in the world.
Do you know what you stew? You look at your messages.
Yeah, he keeps saying that. You keep interrupting and trying to troll me. So why don't you shut up and let me carry on? That'd be lovely.
I don't have a reason to.
Women. But it's the same when, you look at American cuisine. What would you say that was traditionally American?
Well, hamburgers, apple pie.
Apple pie is, yeah. But that's not like a main course, is it? So they're things that are part of American culture that I completely agree with. But it's like hamburgers. It's like you can't associate a hamburger with just one nation, because they're all over the globe, aren't they? Whereas, pizza's huge in America, but it's Italian.
Yeah, and French fries aren't
sort of like yeah. So I think America and England are quite similar in the fact that they don't really have their own identity with cuisine. We sort of steal a lot of other people's stuff.
That's what it tastes like. It tastes like stolen food.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Yeah.
So that's just the culture.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean,
bland.
yeah, I mean, because again, it's one of these big things at the moment. Like you was talking about government, and in the UK especially, everyone talks about migrancy and illegal immigrants, migrant workers. Oh God, it's terrible. It's terrible. And I know America's got a big issue at the moment with the Mexicans at the border and all that shit. And it's like, but this isn't a new thing. This has been going on for centuries, and we're built on migrants, aren't we? I'm not English.
That's the Statue of Liberty, doesn't it say welcome? Basically, everybody, faith and nationalities. We're open for you. That's the whole thing. The United States is built on that sort of idea.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you look at think about the invasions over the years. Yeah, of course, yeah. When you look at the invasions that have happened in the UK with the Normans, with the Vikings, the French, the Germans, and you look at the English language as it is, and the amount of words that we actually have that are French or German or Scandinavian, it's a complete cauldron of language. So I don't know. It's a boiling pot, isn't it, of people's anger, and I don't know why, because I don't feel British. I say to people all the times, like, "Where's your granddad from?" And they're expecting me to say Manchester. It's like, no, he's from St. Kitts in the West Indies. You've got a black granddad. It's like, no, he's white West Indian. You have white West Indian people. So, well, yeah, So I've got a Portuguese grandmother. It's my family is completely mixed race, and I'm proud of that. I'm super proud.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. I like I mean, was that concept like if you think about all the people in the world that has lived before us, that like the different possibilities of people meeting and not meeting, then sort of like we're the ones that are the result of all that.
I know it's crazy, isn't it? Because
all that fucking bloodshed.
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of that. But you look at in the grand scheme of things, like we're talking about 2, 3, 4, 5 generations, whereas in theory, what we're really talking about is civilizations, aren't we? Fucking thousands of years of people.
Yeah, civilization. Whatever that means.
It's millennia, isn't it? You're talking, if you look 4000 BC, you look at the Egyptians, and I didn't believe that they only lasted such a short time with their thing. With their lifestyle and how they had everything. They wasn't around for long, the Egyptians.
Yeah, when you think about, well, that's just what we know. Like, if you were to split the planet down the middle and then look through all the rest of that core, the above ground, like to see all the different structures and like all the bones of different animals that you never knew existed, that look so different than us, that are embedded in the firmament or the terra of the planet somewhere. It's just I don't know. It's a trip when you. I don't know. It's a to get here.
I think that's it's just an astounding thing to think about, isn't it? You just nailed it on the head there. You cut through the land, and then it's like the layers of dead things that go up.
Statues and fucking artifacts and fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, it's like, hang on a minute, this guy was like 40 foot tall. Are you taking the piss?
Yeah, I remember. There was a trip is that when they found that caveman and they saw, they found him like 5 years ago or 6 years ago or something like that. They could see his tattoos and shit, and he had like a bag full of
Is that the one that was caught in ice?
Yeah.
yeah the
Oh.
ice.
Got in my book. You want to read it?
Yeah, that was groundbreaking.
I
I
don't
mean,
want to shut the F you. You know what?
whose interview is it, dickhead?
What'd she say?
Women. She's just chirping. Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Yeah. So what do you think? Let me get another beer real quick. I'm gonna get a beer real quick.
Go on, go and get a beer, buddy. Go get a beer.
Be right back. Talk to the audience if you want.
Talk to the audience. Okay, kids. Well, if you look in the background there at the other screen, you'll see a seahorse, and it looks cool. I don't know what the other thing is, but it looks like one of those butterfly paintings that you used to do as a kid. Either way, it's pretty creative. And get purchasing. I don't know where he's selling them. I haven't got a clue. But if he does, get on that.
I have a Buffalo t-shirt from our way.
Right, okay. Right. Can you stop interrupting, please? Honestly,
You guys,
no,
you guys need to do a podcast together.
no, we've already discussed this. And I was like, no, because if we do,
You read it.
oh. Okay, well, verbatim pronouns, infographic, love, you raise it up, guys, but shit, raise it up more, I can't read it. Shut the fuck up. Oh, okay, okay. We got it.
she's so nice, isn't she? You know,
She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
I've got to teach at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Well,
you know?
what did I say to you an hour ago? Go to bed.
I can't. I can hear you.
Oh, does she know? We can always do this again if you guys need to crash out.
No, I don't do crashing out. No.
It would be perfect that if you could do that. Actually, Brett, that would be absolutely awesome.
No, it's not. Listen, he's not talking to you. He's talking to me.
But
so,
you know, because Brett, because you know who I am. It would be really more awesome if we could. It'd be way more funnier.
Slimier?
So what?
Did she say slimier?
Funnier is my
Funnier.
accent got like that bad now? You don't understand me?
Yeah. Sorry, funnier. I know I'm just old and my hearing's going.
yeah.
So don't. Okay, I don't even care if you use this because this is going to be funny for you guys.
I mean,
No, and women will back me. Don't stress me out. I've got stuff to do tomorrow, so.
we'll go to bed then.
Here, we'll do this. We'll call it. We'll call it right now, just because I've got to go to the bathroom, and we did it like an hour. So, while we call it, and wait, just real quick, and we'll wrap it up. What are your quick thoughts about this AI stuff over there? Just in just a blurb. Like, what do you think? Good, bad?
Okay. As a designer, as a creative director, it's still just a tool. It's getting more advanced every year, and I admire what they're trying to achieve with it. But people are scared that it's going to take the jobs because, you know, you can say, give me a fucking Jack Russell wearing Snoop Doggy Dogg glasses and a big bling chain, and it will create that for you.
Mm-hmm.
But what it can't do is offer emotion.
Yeah.
Which is the forefront of what art and design is. So if someone gives you a commission for a bit of artwork, you put your heart and soul into that, and you can feel what the client wants as well. That's the whole point. And it's going to take it's not going to take any amount of time because AI will never have that ability to understand what emotion is.
Sorry, drop something. Yeah, I'm listening. Well, I agree with you, but I also think it'll get there. It will elicit emotions from I think people are. I think people are gonna. People are so desensitized by things. It doesn't really matter how articulate. I mean, people already. I mean, they're fucking blow up dolls. They don't care. They're like, once they get a robot that they can run the house, like, oh, really? This is even better. I was gonna do it anyways. You know.
Yeah. No, I kind of agree with you. And you know,
Can I ask a question even on the thing anymore? Does it really matter? You can edit it out. Actually, in your opinion, what's better, LA or Oregon?
Well, I mean, I love LA. I mean, I lived there for like a long time. Oregon's a different. It's colder. It's a more. It's a higher like elevation or something. The weather conditions here are different. It's more hard, but it's. I like the nature of it, but I like the nature of it. But I mean, I don't know. They're just different places. They're boneheads everywhere for sure.
Are you still recording?
Yeah, I'm always recording. We're podcasting right now, man.
Yeah. You don't get it, do you? You just don't get it, do you?
You're on the podcast right now.
Talking turkey.
No, I'm not talking turkey. I'm asking questions, man.
No, but like the yeah, I like it here. I just like to. I want to travel. I want to go back to Amsterdam and check that place out again. But I don't know how it's. But I wouldn't mind going someplace tropical, like Fiji or Costa Rica or
yeah, that'd be good.
Hawaii or something like that. But Hawaii, I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like getting on a plane right now. It seems like everything's a little. I don't feel like just the way the Boeing planes are going.
Oh, fucking hell! Don't get started on that.
Plane,
Yeah,
I
that's a whole different
shit my
conversation.
pants. You know, that's like they show. You know, there's only lucky that somebody wasn't sitting in the seat.
Oh, fucking hell! I know. What when the door blew out?
Yeah.
Fucking unreal.
Oh.
And then you had the whistleblower.
Did you
last week he got found dead in his car?
Yeah, whatever.
Self-inflicted injury. Hang on a minute.
I'm not really digging the idea of flying right now.
Do you know what? I'm fucking not either. I'm hitchhiking. I'd rather take a fucking.
Not right now. After I'll be more into after I figure out after the election, after the U.S. election. I'll figure out what.
What after the election?
How's that gonna go? There you go. There's before we go. How's that gonna go?
I hope I love Biden. I'll take 26 Bidens over one fucking Trump any day. Trump is an asshole. He's
I was not expecting that.
Thank God for that.
Did you think I like Trump?
No, I maybe it's just
the
media attention that you get in the UK or from what I watch online.
Yeah, the spin is crazy. Like even like when I've traveled like abroad, like to like other like Brazil and stuff like that, I went over there right after 9/11, and we were watching the reports of the interpretation of the U.S. what was happening in that, and like from a Brazilian perspective. And there was flags. There were, like cartoons of them fighting. Like Bush and whatever, or it was made of a cartoon of. So how people translate what's actually happening. Like I really would hope that Trump never sees the day of light and goes to jail, or definitely not become president.
I mean, if you look at the shit he's done, and then you put it into context, and then same with like. Stop interrupting, please. That'd be great. If you put into context like the things like what the UK president, UK, fucking what Prime Minister has done, and what Trump has done in the history of their services in Parliament or presidency. It's incredible. It's, and the stuff they've got away with, and people still want to sort of get them back in. And I don't get that reasoning. I don't get the thinking.
Nobody does. Nobody. That's why it's so fucking stupid. Nobody understands what the fuck's happening. It's awful. Hopefully the guy goes to jail. So it's stupid. I get like it's so triggering for me because it's so like what the fuck. This is so nobody else. If Obama did any of what this guy has already gotten away with, he would be in jail. You know, or any other president. So I don't know quite why the gatekeepers have that open right now for that douchebag. But I mean, it's just gonna be to bring it back to where it began. Is just I think it's a very I'm just gonna stay put and work on myself right now instead of like during this year I see this election and see what happens and then go from there because it's just like with the economy and people. I think people are still stressed out from the COVID, thing. I think we're not quite, it's a different. We kind of went through one end and are out the other. But like, yeah, I hope Biden or whoever the Democratic or representative gets presidency.
I do, yeah. Anything's got to be better than that fucking.
I hope so too, but we'll speak soon though, because it's really getting tired over here.
All right. I'll see you guys. Shaun Larkin, thanks for coming on the show. We'll do this again sometime.
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure, my friend.
Yeah, good. Thanks for getting a hold of me, and thank you, Nat. Love you guys.
I know. We'll ask them more next time. When I'm not so tired and stuff. Like I'll talk to you about it more.
Yeah.
Next time we do it, she's not in the house. She's a pain in the fucking ass.
You guys get some rest. What time is it right now over there?
5.
20 to 5.
Okay, good night, guys. I'll see you soon.
See you later, buddy.
You can still actually just cut us off. Okay.
All right.
See you later, man. Have a good one.
All right. I'm out. You're out. All right. You can turn off. I'm going to segue in for the credits.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Okay. I think that was Shaun Larkin and Nat Larkin. They live in Bulgaria. Oh, look at that. It's a tight hour. Anyways, that was Brett's with Friends. The lighting is shit right now, but that was a very spontaneous podcast. Shaun Larkin, first time I ever met him, and they've been together for a long time. So I knew her back in the day. There's another podcast with her on it. Nat Larkin. Fun stuff. All right, you guys enjoy your equinox. The weather is, look, it's like what, 7 o'clock right now, and 7:41. It's still light out. See, that's cool. That's good. All right, Brothers with Friends podcast 129 in the bucket, and Brett Woods 22 on Instagram and TikTok, and BrettWoods.com. Ciao.
And I stand by my performance. You are in luck.